It's 1930, and into Boston Harbor limps the liner Fairfax after a collision that tore this hole in her bow. The Fairfax had rammed and sunk the tanker Pintus. For days afterwards, Boston Harbor became a sea of burning oil as the tanker's cargo rose to the surface and burst into blazes. 44 lives were lost in the panic that followed the collision, which occurred in heavy fog. No sign of the Pintus except its cargo was apparent. Veteran seamen claimed the fire on the sea was a sight never seen before. Water, mortal enemy of fire, became unequal to the task of combating it in this unusual battle in Boston Harbor.
These are the famous Flying Hutchinsons, photographed in 1931 at Roosevelt Field, Long Island. They completed a 21,000-mile flight, during which they visited the capital of every state in the Union.
1,000 miles is a long, long way to travel. We're flown from the capital city to the capital city of every state in the United States, from President Hoover with a document of confidence and prosperity calling upon the people. Our Lion Cub mascot has flown with us on the whole trip, and he's covered 21,000 miles, been received by the governor in the respective capital city of each state in the United States, and also President Hoover. Now, what do you think of the flight, Kitty?
I thought it was the best one I've ever been on.
And you, Janet Lee?
I do too.
The following year, the Hutchinsons met near disaster over Greenland terrain like this. Flying this time with a crew of 4, the family was at first given up for lost amid the ice floes of Greenland's desolate coast. Found and brought back to the United States, the Hutchinsons are exceedingly thankful for their rescue and not a little bit happy to be home.
The Urban Turbine, back in the mid-30s when deep crowns were the big attraction. For Al Smith fans, the tip-tilted derby. One, two, buckle my square sailor. Millinery on the half shell, half hat, half hairdo. The draped turban, headliner of today and yesterday. It hasn't changed so much since the 30s, has it? Quite a feather in her cap, and on her muff, too.
It's up to the courts to decide the National Doubles Championship at Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts in 1933 with Parker and Shields against Lott and Steffen. Frankie, wearing shorts, is in the foreground of this picture as a spirited volley gets underway. A point coming up for Lott and Steffen as Shields misses. Tennis champ Helen Jacobs looks on as the two teams are in another furious volley. You're seeing 4 great names in tennis, my friends, and incidentally, so are they. Final game, match point coming up. Shields' backhand is good, the return's better, and Lott and Steffen win. Let's go back to 1927 and the Belmont Futurity. Here is Mrs. John D. Hertz, who has 2 entries in the race, and looking on is Harry Payne Whitney and Al Smith. There they go. The Futurity pays off to the tune of $91,790 to the winner. 40,000 folks were in the stand watching as the horses raced for the wire. Mrs. Hertz's entries are the famous Ray Count and the horse Anita Peabody. And there go the 2 of them out in front. Whitney and Smith are rooting them in, and there's the finish. Second is Ray Count, and the winner, Anita Peabody.